family. Eric here, the Harvest Collective, here at the Harvest Collective base of operations, more or less, the Ragnar abode. Today we're getting ready to propagate some black currants and white currants and some elderberries. And I was thinking about how getting into gardening can be kind of intimidating, and people get this idea in their head like, oh, I'm gonna have to invest so much time and so much energy, and it's so hard, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna kill some plants, and you know, so just want to make that a little less, just take some of that intimidation factor out of it, because really gardening is such an easy and intuitive sort of thing, and so I just want to demonstrate how easy it really can be. This is a branch of a black currant that was planted a couple years ago, and the beautiful thing about currants, so currants are the ribes genus. They also include gooseberries and jostaberries, and I think those are the two main or the three main ones in this genus. But they're great at growing in the shade. They're great at producing lots of delicious berries, even in pretty shady conditions. And they're really good at growing from cuttings. So this is one of my favorite permaculture plants, because with permaculture we're trying to create a system that's self-replicating, that's self-maintaining, and also that's very productive and addresses the necessities of human beings, so that we can be building up environments while also building up ourselves. So definitely this is a great plant to align with, and this is one of the reasons that I'm so excited about it, is because when I first met currants, it was through my dear friend Casey. Her neighbors, they had a little red currant bush growing, and I said, oh neat, can I check out your currant bush? And they were like, yeah, we can give you some cuttings if you want. And I was like, what do you mean? And they just cut some branches and stuck them in a pot for me, and they grew, and I was like totally amazed by that. Because I still think it's like an amazing, miraculous thing that we can just go clip, flip. That's it. And that's a black currant bush in the Its bare stalk has just made contact with nice wet perlite and a little bit of compost, and it's already sending signals to all parts of its being that it's time to go into rooting mode. It's time to build roots and get established, so that we can come to life and continue worshiping the sun. So yeah, this is to get a little more into the details of it. It's a really simple process, but there's a few like little things that you can do to help improve your success rates. I've even taken a red currant cutting, because I was so impressed with them the first year. The second year I experimented with it. I took a cutting and stuck it right into a suburban front lawn in Maryland, which is very clayey, very dense kind of soil, and I stuck it right into the front lawn, and it grew for the whole season. We ended up deciding to dig that plant out, but it did grow directly in clay for a full season without any kind of rooting hormone or anything else. But that being said, if you do things in a careful kind of way, so the first thing is you want to cut at a pretty decent angle. The more surface area that you expose, if you want to get in close, we can show them the surface area of this branch. So when you cut it at a sharp angle, you expose a lot more surface area, and especially this kind of lime green edge here, where there's kind of that juicy layer between the outer bark and this white inner bark. That is what they call the cambium. and the cambium layer is where all the nutrients flow through the plant and reach their way up to the leaves. That's also the area where it's gonna create its roots. That's where all the life force really is. So the more of that area that you expose when you cut it is the more that you're gonna have points for roots to form, so it'll root more readily. The other thing is, there are these things in plants, I'm forgetting the name of them, but it's a type of cell that can turn into anything basically. So I know like in butterflies they call them like imaginal cells or something. Oh, they call them maritime stem cells. That's what it is. So the is it maritime? No, it's marinal. I don't know. You can look it up. But they're basically the stem cells of the plant. They can turn into any part of the plant, and they form at the buds. They form in the cambium layer, and so when we break off one of these buds, it's not ideal for me to be using my fingernail there because it's got bacteria and viruses and all kinds of soil-borne stuff since I've been playing in the dirt all day. But these ribes are tough. In general though, it's better to cut those buds off with a knife or with your pruners. But you can break off a couple of these buds, and now we've got 2 more points for roots to form, plus a lot of surface area for roots to form there. And then I'll give it maybe 3 buds above the ground. And that's the general rule as well, is you want 2/3 below ground, or you want 2/3 above ground and 1/3 below ground. And those are at least the rumors that I've heard, and I've had some success